never really believed in crash dieting because I've seen from examples around me how slimming down is really short-lived and the weight comes back. For slimming, basically I think it's about sensible exercise and a healthy diet. As for fat reduction, apart from liposuction, I've never really thought that we could remove the fat cells. My eyes were open to new slimming methods that actually target the areas that I want to slim down. I have done many toning exercises for my thighs for the longest time with little result, but now I know that there's something that can be done about it. The most interesting thing I learned about fat reduction after meeting Dr. Tan would be how a person has no ability to make fat cells after the age of 5. I always thought that when we put on weight, we just develop more fat cells, but apparently we don't.
The most common myth amongst my patients would be that fat will come back in some form or other after a fat reduction procedure like CoolSculpting. Actually, that's not true. That's because the body loses its potential to form new fat cells after the age of 5. So therefore, when a patient goes through a fat reduction method, be it CoolSculpting with us or say liposuction with a plastic surgeon, whatever fat cells which has been destroyed and reduced and removed will not come back. So therefore, for mummies, please take note, if your child is under 5 years of age, although it's very important for your child to have good nutrition and to grow appropriately, try not to overfeed your child because new fat cells can still appear or new fat cells can still be created within 5 years of age. When patients come in and they lose weight and we are able to contour their bodies properly, patients are generally very happy. In fact, for some in which the results are better and they lose a lot of weight and they are contoured really well, it's literally a life-changing experience. So they get this sparkle in their eyes, and I feel very glad when I speak to them that we are able to help them in their journey to become leaner. And that really is the biggest driver for us when it comes to our fat reduction and weight management program, just to see the twinkle and happiness in my patients' eyes. The process of CoolSculpting is actually very simple. What we do is first we put a template over the area whereby we want to freeze. We'll draw from the template to make sure that when we place the applicator, it's in the perfect position. Next, we'll prepare the area by cleaning it a bit and putting a gel pad over the area to protect the skin. We switch on the machine. We merely place the applicator with the suction on over the skin, and the machine kind of does everything else. It will suck the skin and the fat within the skin all the way from the bottom of the applicator to the top of the applicator, and will freeze it over a period of about 1 hour. After 1 hour, we'll switch off the machine and we will massage the area, making sure that all the dead cells is truly dead. When you have 2 machines, we are able to do things quickly. A single CoolSculpting session takes probably about an hour or so. So let's say if the patient has got many areas to freeze, it does take quite a long time, can get quite boring. So we decided to buy a second machine to cut short that time by doing 2 areas at one time. And we find that this is a really good process because the patient doesn't have to spend such a long time in the clinic, does that fat freezing over a shorter time, and freeing up time for the patient to do other things that the patient wants.
Hold. I suppose that's the entire point, to freeze the fat cells. It wasn't really uncomfortable and I could still play games on my phone, so I would say the treatment was alright. I don't suppose I can do very much about my daughter's meals since she's already 8. As for my boy, he's going to be 5 in October. I think actually there isn't very much I can do as well. My children are on the lean side, and I take comfort in the fact that I don't encourage junk food all along, and I've always emphasized healthy snacking and eating nutritious meals. so I hoped that would have made a difference to their bodies already. I was looking forward to it, but I also felt really apprehensive. Now that it's over, I think it wasn't that scary, even though it seemed a little daunting at first. Now I can't wait to see the results in a couple of months.